Isaiah, how you doing?
I'm pretty good. How you doing?
Doing good, good, good. So, I know there was a couple turnovers from the running back position the other night, but obviously the team rebounded back. You came back and had a touchdown. How good did that feel to rebound after, some things that were uncharacteristic?
Yeah, it felt good to rebound. I have full confidence in myself I'll do so. Obviously you can have mistakes like that, especially in the field position we're in. That won't happen no more. But, it felt good to come back, get a touchdown and help the team out after I did that.
From your perspective, does the offense change much with Mikey back there, as opposed to John Rice? Was there a moment of change at all, or things just kept going?
I think things just kept going. As you see, we were scored early in the game, and then we came back and we had touchdowns at the end. So I feel like they both were able to get the offense going in my direction.
Say, obviously, you get a lot of time on the field with the team too, but RJ Harvey's come on lately. I know you had a different workout regimen going into the season to help stay healthy, but how much has it helped you to have RJ Harvey kind of carry some of the load alongside you?
Yeah, you see our running back room, we have a lot of guys who make plays, and we're all getting put in a position to make the plays that we need to make. And it's been great, seeing RJ come along and Johnny come along as well. Making a lot of plays this season. And like you said, it takes a little load off me as well. So but I'm not really worried about the load on me. I'm worried about winning. So whatever we can do, to win, I'm happy with that.
That win obviously meant a lot to Mikey. What can you tell us kind of about the post-game celebrations or the times afterwards that you sensed from him?
Since the game, yeah. Mikey even going into the game, he's confident. If he's gonna get in, he's gonna go in there. Get the revenge he had won on Cincinnati, and that's been with every game. He wants to go in and make plays. So, after the game, Mikey's Mikey. He's the same guy before and after the game. I see him around, tell him good job. He says he's ready to get back to work this week. So that's the type of guy Mikey is. He's ready to move on and make the next big play for us next game.
Isaiah, as one of the leaders on this team, what do you feel like you have to do to make sure that these guys are ready to perform once you get off that plane in Memphis on Saturday?
Yeah, it starts at practice. Yesterday and then start practice tomorrow. As a leader, I got to bring intensity to practice. Make sure I'm practicing my hardest, laser locked in, laser focused. So everybody else will follow behind me and the other leaders on the team. But yeah, it's all about mentality. We know what it's like to go somewhere, get beat when we feel like we're supposed to win. So. We got that, take some out still, and we're ready to get back on the road, in that.
What do you know about the Memphis team you're facing this week?
Yeah, they're solid on defense. They had success this year against the run. So we're excited for the challenge to go in there and, show what we can do. They're a solid team, and, I think it's going to be a fun game for us.
Isaiah, going back to that, back here. There you go. Going back to that last question. You've played your fair share of road games throughout your career. What can you guys do differently to not get the same result that you had when you went to Greenville when you go to Memphis this week?
Yeah, like I said, it's all about preparation and it's all mentality. We know what it's like to go. How we went to ECU. We know how we practiced that week, and we know we just got to up our game. It starts with the leaders on the team, me included. So, like I said, going into this week of practice, we're gonna lock in even more. Spend some more time in the film room. Going even harder in our reps at practice. Just to make sure that doesn't happen again.
Mikey was obviously a true freshman last year, thrown into the fire. But I think this half, I don't think anyone would argue that was probably the best half of football he's played in his UCF career. What did you like most about what Mikey was able to do?
Yeah, Mikey came in balling. From the time he came in to the last drive of the game, he was making those good throws for us, making good reads. He stepped up in a big time for us. But what I liked most about the game from Mikey was just how he came out that final drive of the game. And he knew he was going to go down there and win. Like there was no doubt in Mikey's mind that he was going to go down there and win the game for us, and that's what he did. So.
Do you remember maybe what was said right before that drive? I mean, what was the attitude like? I mean, you said you knew you were going to win.
Yeah, Mikey's out there. Even though it's his first time playing, being a leader, like getting offense going, like we're going to go down and do this. Vocally, sending that to everybody on the team, and everybody was behind him and. Everybody was confident we were going to go down and do it just because we knew we were able to move the ball the whole game. So, but yeah, Mikey was definitely missing that last drive.
Isaiah, coming for this weekend, not knowing he's going to be in the backfield, whether it's John Rice or Mikey, how do you prepare for not knowing who's going to be there this weekend?
I don't think it's any different preparing wise for me or the running backs, or really, I don't think anybody on offense, but specifically talking for myself and the running backs. I think it's the same thing. We're going to prepare to run the ball hard, protect the quarterback. No matter who's back there, we want to protect it and keep it clean. So it's not a whole lot different.
Is it kind of similar to the fall camp with going in not knowing who was going to be the starters? Kind of the same feel.
Yeah, exactly. You know, we know whoever's going to be. We're confident. You know, that we're going to get the job done. So it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't really matter to us. I don't think who starts at quarterback. You know, we're going to go in there and win the game regardless.
We've asked you about the road a couple of times going on the road. What was that environment? How would it compare to any of the games you've played in your 2 years here? The whole atmosphere here for Cincinnati.
Oh wow, yeah, it was amazing yesterday. That's probably the best atmosphere I've felt since I've been here. It's always good, but yeah, I think it was a little extra loud yesterday, especially in parts of the end of the game. Where defense is out there, doing a good job, and fans were definitely going crazy.
Did you hear much at the end of the game, the last Cincinnati drive, or?
Oh no, it was rocking. They couldn't hear too much. No.
Can you talk about how well the offensive line is playing, being able to run for 250 against a team like Cincinnati? That's not an easy feat.
Oh no, yeah. The offensive line is playing the best football they played all year, and that's saying a lot because they've been doing an outstanding job for us all year. Being one of the leading rushing teams in the country, and I think they're even getting better and better each day at practice, and then the games are showing it as well. So they're opening a lot of holes for us, and we're getting the yards we need to get.
What can you say about RJ Harvey? I know a year ago you guys were battling out in preseason. He has the injury, and now that he's back and we see what he can do, and for him to have a moment like that, the game-winning touchdown, I mean, you got to be happy for him, right?
Oh, of course. Like I said, last year, I seen, firsthand, he went through a lot, and I've been there too. Injuries keeping me out, and I know what it's like. And as you can see, RJ came back hungry this year, and that's what you got to do after an injury: come back hungry, make plays, and big game of the year. Scoring a game-winning touchdown. That's incredible. So I'm happy for him. And I know everybody else on the team's happy for him too, so definitely a great job for RJ there.
Do you feel like staying fresh with less carries actually helps you be more productive? It seems like your yards per carry per game has went up since you got less carries. Do you feel like that helps you out a little bit more throughout the flow of the game?
I want to know about the carries, but I feel like just taking reps off, is definitely going to give me more energy. As far as carries go, I feel like I feel like I'm good for a good amount of carries, but. Yeah, I definitely feel more fresh. RJ, taking the load he's taking, definitely take some reps off me, and I'll say, yeah, I'm definitely feel more fresh a little bit.
After winning this game and now you head to the final month of the season, I mean, you know what's at stake. I mean, you control your own destiny. You went out, you're going to be in the conference championship. Does that kind of narrow the focus now that you can see the finish line? I know you're taking one game at a time, but you know what you got to do.
Exactly. That was the same thing after losing last week. We knew that we have no more room for error. If we want to do what we want to do, no more room for error. And our approach, going to the Cincinnati game was very high, and I think it's going to continue the rest of the season. Leaders, like you said, got to lead, and everybody wants to win. So whatever it takes, I think everybody's going to be on board to do that.
So happy Halloween. What was your favorite childhood Halloween costume?
Ninja Turtle was my favorite.
Nice.
I forget how old I was, probably around 10, around that age, but I used to love Ninja Turtles. So.
I feel like we asked you this question last year.
It was.
Was it
Yes, I
Donatello?
told you Ninja Turtle last year too. Yeah.
Was it Donatello? I feel like, was it Donatello?
Yeah.
I feel like I've heard this before.
Yeah, I told you last year. Pretty sure I said the same thing, yeah.
So what's your favorite Halloween candy though? I don't know if we asked that or not.
I like, I don't know, probably Sour Patch Kids, but I'll say Sour Patch Kids.
Okay.
Yeah. It was between that and Kit Kats. I don't know, I couldn't decide. I'll say Sour Patch Kids.
Okay.
It's a hard-hitting question. So.
It is, it's tough. It's tough.
Thanks.
Yeah. Thank you.